Hey everybody, welcome back to The Huddle, the Review.com's weekly sports show. I'm Rob Toder, Executive Editor of the Alliance Review, joined as always by Mike Brown, the Sports Editor of the Review. And today, Mike, we're going to talk about high school wrestling. Now, the holidays kind of put a crimp in the schedule, but Marlington returned to action over the weekend and did well in their dual meet.
Yeah, Marlington went down to Tri-Valley, won 4 or 6 matches down there, Rob. Marlington's got a nice young team that's getting better and better. Kurt Hamilton, the head coach of the Dukes, believes in having a lot of dual meets. He goes to a lot of dual meet tournaments through the year, probably more than any other school in the area, and it gets his wrestlers a lot more matches, and he really likes that. And I think it's paying dividends for the Dukes.
Now, one of the new aspects of the wrestling season this year is the Ohio High School Athletic Association has created a state dual meet tournament for all the teams in the state that have at least 5 wrestlers, and that'll culminate in a state championship for a team dual meet title. Mike, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, from what I understand, Rob, it's going to be 3 weekends. I believe it's regional action, where you'll have teams in different sections throughout Ohio that will wrestle dual meets, and that will feed into a state team tournament that will be at St. John Arena, the old St. John Arena, at Ohio State University. And so there'll be 2 actual wrestling tournaments this year. The traditional one where you have the individuals wrestling, and that'll be the last weekend in February, starting into the first weekend of March, I should say. And that will be the traditional tournament will still be held, but this new team tournament will be something brand new. It's the brainchild of the Ohio High School Athletic Association wrestling coaches that want to do that.
Based on how things have gone so far, I mean, what if any, conclusions can we draw from the first month of the wrestling season?
Well, I think this area is so good for wrestling. This is one of the better areas for wrestling. You just have to look at the state tournament over the years, Rob. We just get tons of kids at the state, and when our kids go to state, they have staying power. They do well when they get there. So we're having another good year. I think we've got some really quality individuals. You know, Connor Sharp coming back. He finished 3rd in the state last year at 285. He's got to be one of the favorites in that division this year. And we've got some other good kids in the area, really good wrestlers who are going to make it to state and have a chance to do well. I mean, and we've got some great tournaments coming up to prepare those wrestlers for the postseason.
Yeah, and one of those tournaments, obviously, the Top Gun at Alliance, that's going to be January 18th and 19th. At Alliance High School, and some great teams, some great individual matchups to watch there. And we really encourage you, even if you're a casual wrestling fan, if you want to make one tournament that's going to kind of tell you how the state tournament's going to go, this is probably the one in the state of Ohio that's going to tell you how that state tournament's going to go, because there's so many great teams and wrestlers there. Mike, tell us a little bit about the coverage that you got planned for this Top Gun.
Well, we'll be there throughout. We're going to have a Top Gun, like a pre-tournament edition. It's going to be out in next Friday's paper, and we'll have feature stories, and we'll have the teams participating. And the nice thing about this year's tournament, Rob, is we have West Branch is going for the first time ever. And, you know, West Branch has a tremendous following. So I know Top Gun is always packed the 2 nights for the tournament, but you add the West Branch fan base in there, and it's going to be wall-to-wall fans for this year's tournament. And there's 5 area teams in the tournament this year. You have Host Alliance. You have West Branch, which is going for the first time. You have Southeast, and you have Minerva, and you have Louisville. So that's and we only have 8 area schools that have wrestling, and 5 of them are going to be there. So that's really nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have plenty of pictures in the print editions,
video,
and a lot of video as well, as you said. And so we encourage you to check at thereview.com and pick up a copy of the Alliance Review Friday, Saturday, and Monday for complete coverage of the Top Gun tournament. And if you see us at the tournaments, please stop by and say hello.